G'day guys, I just thought I'd take you for a quick look around our fruit trees. Up behind me here we've got some oranges, and above that there's a mandarin tree, but the main ones I wanted to show you was our fruit trees, our apricot trees and some apple trees. So I'll have a quick walk around and show you these trees, guys. Yeah, this is one of our apricots, probably our best apricot tree now. When we planted on this tree, it was up with the others and it never did much good, and it nearly died. So I dug it out and I transplanted it down here. It's a little bit lower down, a little bit closer to the river flat, and it's just flourished since we've put it in here. I prune it hard each year and you can see all the new growth on it this season. Yeah, so this is our other apricot trees. You can see they've got a lot of growth on them. Apricots, sometimes we get a good crop, sometimes we don't. It's a bit iffy here for apricots, but this year we've had a bumper crop. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 trees here and one down the front. But yeah, we just had some humid weather and the apricots were just coming ripe, and we got them just in time. They just started to, it was very humid, and yeah, we were just lucky that they were ready to pick before they got any rot in them. So there's our apricot trees. Got some old trees here that I've got to pull out. This was an old peach tree and it's been a great old tree, but there's nothing left now, so it's got to go. That nectarine tree up there's finished. This one bared a bit of fruit this year, but they just about run their race. So yeah, we've got a good crop of apples this year. But generally, with netting the trees, I put a hoop of poly pipe. I put it three hoops over it and put the nets on, but this year the trees grew so much and I thought I was running out of net to reach the ground, so I just did it the old way, pulled it over and tied it around the bottom, and it was much quicker and easier. It pulls the tree over a bit, but that's going to be pruned off later on, so yeah, it's worked well. And with the hoops, I was having trouble. I joined 2 nets together, but then I had to put planks of wood around the bottom and peg it down so that the birds couldn't get underneath. But I've gone back to the old vase shape again. But you can see here we've got a good crop of apples on here. Once they're ready to pick, the nets will come off and the tree will be fine. But yeah, it's been a good year for the apples this year. You can see this tree's loaded. That's another peach tree. She's just about run a race, that one too, it'll come out. These apples here are, the birds aren't touching them at the moment, so when we harvest one of the other trees we'll put a net on this one. This tree here's got a good crop on it too. So it's going to be good this year. We're going to get a lot of apples. Lynne makes her own apple cider vinegar with a lot of the apples. You see the amount of apples that are on that. These are nice little apples. I think this was the Jonathan. But that's yeah, they're all pretty well loaded. And yeah, it's funny, before I put the nets on, I bought this fella. This is our hoot owl. How you going, hoot owl holler? I bought this guy and sat him up here, and yeah, he freaked the birds out for a while. I shifted it to a different position every day. I thought these things were just a gimmick, but it did work. As the wind blows, his head moves around, but I think they would have got used to him. But anyway, I might make a stand for him and that I can shift around and put him over in the garden. But yeah, he's got freaky looking eyes, this guy. So yeah, there are our apple trees. These couple of trees here are our pear trees. Here and here. We've got a good crop of pears too this year. It's a bit hard to see through this white net. We found this black net was much more superior than this white stuff. The white stuff seems to tear and rips easy. And yeah, so we've got a good crop of pears this year too. What we do with the pears, any that fall off as we're netting, we put them in a box of grass clippings, dried grass clippings, and they ripen up nicely in them. So what we'll do with these is, as they come ripe, we'll pick them and put them in boxes with, like I say, dried grass clippings, and they ripen nicely in that. They seem to, if we leave them on the tree to ripen, that they seem to be a little bit, they go a little bit flowery. So we pick them just before they're ripe, and we ripen them, like I say, in a box with grass clippings. So yeah, there are our fruit trees, guys. You can see the pears on there. It's funny, when I planted these two trees, I had hay up near my gate, and a neighbour was coming in with his tractor, and he thought, oh, I'll bring a bale down on the forks of my tractor as I come, and they were only tiny trees then. And he drove in and couldn't see the tree, and amazing, he drove straight up and dropped the round bale on top of this pear tree. And I was away at the time. I came home and I seen the bale of hay there, and I couldn't believe it. Of all the places, he just drove in, couldn't see the tree, and just put it down on top, fair on top of the tree. So they were just getting a little bit of size about them, so I had to rip it out and put another one in. But it took a while before, well, it hasn't caught up yet, but what I had to do was go and get some pear blossom from somewhere else, and I used to sit it here in a 20 litre bucket of water so that we could get this one pollinated. But they're fine now. Now this one's got a bit bigger. So anyway, guys, that's just a quick look at our orchard. We've got a few other trees. We've got some grapefruit trees and some other lemon trees, but I'll show you them another day. Up here we've got a couple of plum trees here. Yeah, but like I say, I am thinking of starting a new orchard and making an enclosure. So anyway, guys, cheers for now, and we'll catch you soon.